Hi, my name is Gary Brawer. I'm here today to show you how to change your strings on your guitar. So we're going to start with the low E string. You want to make sure you have a good set of strings. Use just a good brand name, something you know and trust. The Dunlop strings are nice. They have a desiccant pack to keep the moisture out. Keeps them from rusting while they sit on the shelf waiting for you. Be careful as you open them not to put any kinks in the string. And that will cause it to buzz over a fret. Every once in a while, someone comes in with a fret buzz, and the first thing I'll do is run my fingers over the string to see if I feel any kinks. You'd be surprised how often that happens. So I pull the string a couple times to get it to seat in the block. You can see there's the tremolo block. If the string ball end is on the outside of it, it'll snap in later, give you some excess string to wind. So pull that out. There's two different methods of putting the strings on. This is the locking method versus just a more standard straight wrap. So I start by turning the tuning machine so it lines up with the nut slot. On a guitar that does not have a locking nut, has a bone or plastic style nut, I always have a pencil around to lubricate the nut. So I put the string through. And the big question people have is how much string do you let, how much slack do you leave before you start winding it? So I like to measure using the frets. So I'll grab the string at the first fret, and I know I want as few wraps on the low E string tuner as possible because it's a tremolo guitar and it helps it stay in tune. So I'm going to pull the string just one fret. So I'll have it tight. I'll grab the string at the first fret. I'll pull it to the second fret, and that's the amount of slack I'll leave. Some people leave a hand's width, and you can, after you change your string a couple times, you'll come up with a method. So you have your string going through the tuner, and I'm going to modify what I said about having it face the nut. I'm going to have it go more at a parallel with the nut. You take the tail end and you wrap it back over the top of the tuner towards your string and under it. So you're going under the rest of your string. Then you're going to take the tail end and you're going to pull it tight and bend it up and over the rest of your string. What it does is it gives you a lock. So this will not loosen up. And you go ahead and wind down the post. I often see people winding up the post, and what happens is you do not have enough downward angle over your nut slot, and the string sounds like a sitar. And again, you put a right angle kink in it, cut it, tune it up. I'd like to put a little tug on the string. It helps it seat at the tuner and at the bridge. The Dunlop strings have a quicker break-in period. You definitely do not want to give them too much of a tug. Now I'm going to show you the plain string. Plain strings on a Stratocaster or Telecaster style guitar, or any guitar that only has one string tree. We're talking about the downward angle over the nut and having enough pressure to sound good. So while you may only want one or two wraps on your low E, you're going to want a few more wraps on your G string to bring that string down lower to the top of the peg head so you have more angle. Grab the 17. Do the graphite trick. Some people even like to put a little powdered graphite dust on the saddle. Any kind of lubrication helps you stay in tune. Again, with this method, I'll have the tuner hole parallel with the nut, come through from the right side. Now, on this, since we talked about wrapping more string down, what I'll do is I'll start at the first fret and I'll go down to almost the second fret. So rather than one fret, I'll go 1.5 or 2 frets. Bring the tail end underneath the business end of the string, and then you bring it up and lock it. And you're not tying a knot, just to be clear. It's just so the string can go over itself and keep from pulling out of the tuner. Then we're going to wrap it down the post. I have a little technique where I take my fingers and I put pressure pulling up while I hold it down with my first finger. Put the bend in it and cut it short. Again, just a light tug. As long as you lubricate your nut and get the strings on correctly, you'll find your guitar will stay in tune much better than randomly wrapping strings around your post. Okay, thanks.